जी
Assalamu
हाँ,
alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
Mufti, sorry, I have had a question about a verse of Quran that Hadith claim that it is missing, and I have asked people, ordinary Muslim, they say that you have to ask a Mufti, and then when I want to ask you, you have been removing me in the past, so I don't know whom else I can ask about this Hadith that says a verse of Quran is missing, a Hadith about that says a verse of Quran which is the verse of
If
right.
I removed you in the past from my stream, there must be a genuine and justified reason, I think.
No, I just want to know why this hadith says a verse of Quran is missing. Can you please explain for me?
No, that I will explain, but because you
Yeah,
said I removed you, so why did I remove you?
just
Do you remember?
no, just I asked you a question.
Well,
You
well,
answered
I
and
sit
you
here to answer questions, and every day, every week, a lot of people come to my channel asking questions. Did I remove anybody? You have been waiting here for so long. Did I remove
oh,
anyone?
okay. I hope that you answer me this time. Okay,
Okay.
is that
Now, give
possible,
me the
please?
reference of that hadith that says the verse of
Yes.
Quran is missing.
All right. Yes, it is Sunnah ibn Majah, Book of Nikah, Hadith 1934,
And
narrated.
that must be the ayatul rajm, and that
Yes.
must says that a goat came and ate that leaf upon which the ayah was written, right?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Okay, that hadith is weak.
But it is,
Yes.
first of all, it is in, what is it? This sunnah.com. It's written
Let it be. Who
authentic.
cares?
Yes,
The
yes.
hadith is weak.
All right. Another one. Sahih Muslim.
Listen. First,
Sahih.
let us clear this
Okay.
one, brother Mustafa. Let us clear this one. I made two-part video on my channel, Awaz-e Haq Official. Kya Bakri Quran kha gayi? So
Okay.
this very hadith I mentioned there, and the point that Muhammad bin Ishaq, he is individually referring to or narrating this hadith. Which one is weak? And Muhammad Ahmad Shakir referred him as Za'if, Muhammad bin Ishaq.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
don't know whether you know the tafarrud of a Rawi, a narrator, which is he individually is narrating this hadith.
All
Okay.
right. Can I now
So I
continue,
mentioned
please?
And
two-part hadith.
and
And the
and,
second thing
and
is, yes,
yeah,
yes, okay.
brother Mujtaba, you're saying that this hadith is mentioned on sunnah.com,
Yes.
and it is in
And
Sunan ibn Majah. And did you do your research about the hadith?
please, it is not just this hadith. Okay. There is
No, hold on,
in
no. Let's
Bukhari.
talk about
Yes.
this one first, because you
Yes.
gave the reference of this hadith. Did you do your
Yes.
research on this hadith before you ask this question to me?
Which research? What do you mean about?
Whatever
Because for
research,
me,
did you
yes.
did you investigate about the narration, whether it is an authentic narration or a weak narration? Did you do your research work?
Look, people are acting upon this hadith. Okay,
No,
they
they're
are.
not. We're not acting upon this hadith, and this is not the hadith that one should act upon.
Yeah.
So there is no way you can act upon. Even hypothetically, you cannot act upon this hadith. I'm simply
So
asking, did you do your research about this
okay.
hadith or not? Yes or
So
no?
upon which
Yes
hadith
or
they
no?
act. Yeah. Look, I
Yeah.
say
Look,
that.
you need to be honest. You need to be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah.
here, because then
Yeah.
I have to remove you if you're not honest. And perhaps
All
that's
right.
the reason
Okay.
why I removed you last time.
Okay.
So, did you do your research on this hadith or not before you came here?
Not on this particular hadith. Okay, because
Okay.
there are other hadiths.
So,
Okay.
you didn't do your research on this particular hadith, and you're saying that I asked around, and people are saying that you need to ask a mufti. So, it means you
Yes.
were doing your research. That's why you are
Okay.
asking around.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't know what kind of research you want, because Sahih
You know
Muslim
that
also.
Brother Mustafa, I have
Yes.
to interrupt you. Sorry to say, I have to interrupt you.
Yeah.
First of all, people are saying in comments that you are a Sunnah rejecter, irrespective of
No,
that.
I am not.
Let me
I'm
tell
not.
you,
No, they
yeah,
are liars.
okay,
Because
it's
I
okay.
believe
It's okay. If
I
they're like,
have.
okay, just leave them.
Yes.
Okay, leave them. I just
Yes.
ask. Okay, listen. When
Mujtaba,
you are Ravi,
Amir Haq is not saying you're the Sunnah rejector. People are saying in the
I know.
comment.
I know.
So he's
I said.
simply, so
I
don't
said
call him
they
liar.
are. No, I
yeah,
said they are liar. I didn't say
Okay.
he's liar. I said
All
okay,
right.
they.
okay.
So
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 Yeah.
so
there is
your
a Ravi.
question about the first hadith is solved, right?
Yeah. No. Look, because Sahih Muslim says also that.
Your hadith,
Sahih
your
Muslim, there are.
question about, hold on, Amir bhai. Your question about the first hadith is solved or not? Because the first hadith is not in Sahih Muslim, it is in Sunan ibn Majah. Is it solved or
All right.
not?
Okay. That. Look, these are connected to each other. If you allow me to say that, these are
Hmm.
connected to each other, because Sahih
They are
Muslim.
not connected to each other. I
Let
know that Sahih Muslim
Yeah, let me
hadith. It
let me
mentions of
explain.
two surah,
Let me say.
right?
So where is the verse? Because Sahih Muslim says that this verse was sent down and we were reciting it, we were retaining it, we were acting upon it. But I'm afraid that by lack of time, people may forget it, okay? Because the verse is not in Quran, all right? So, and that hadith says that why it is not Quran, because it was eaten by a goat. So there is a verse. There is a verse.
Okay.
मुफ्ती साहब मुझे एक आयत पेश करने दे, क्योंकि ये सुन्ना रिजेक्टर के हवाले से जो भी मामला, मैं सिर्फ एक बात करता हूँ. Brother, listen to me.
Okay, yes.
First of all, I told you there is a Ravi Muhammad bin Ishaq. That's why that's hadith is zaif in Sunan ibn Majah. Secondly, Sahih Muslim is saying we are not saying that there was no ayat about Rajam or Rizat Kabir. There was not in Quran. We know that very well, and we know how they get abrogated and how they get mansu'a. Okay, mansukha or mansu'a. Ya nasiya mansu'a, min nasiya mansu'a. Now I give you one ayat from Quran. It's Surah Al-Ala, chapter 87, verse 6. Read it for me, 6 and 7.
But I have to bring it up. What do you say? Which chapter?
Chapter 87, Surah Al-Ala,
Google.
verse number 6 and 7.
Chapter.
Read it.
Quran.
You will get your answer from there.
Quran. Which answer you want to give me? From
Just
there?
listen overall about the application, about the application of those ayats. Yes.
Quran 67, verse
87. 87, brother.
87. Chapter 67, verse 87. Okay.
87, chapter 87, verse
Okay.
6 and 7.
Okay, 6 and 7. Sorry. 6 and 7. Okay. 6. All right.
Read it loudly.
All right. Just a second. I have to bring it up. It says, we will have you recite the Quran, O Prophet, so you will not forget any of it. Okay.
And
all right. And then
7.
we will facilitate you facilitate for you the way of ease.
No. Ayat 6 and 7, brother. Kindly.
6 and
6
7.
and 7.
Sorry, 6 and 7. Next one. Yes. 6 I read. Unless Allah wills otherwise, He surely knows.
Okay. Now I'll read it. I'll read it out in Arabic so that people know also.
Okay.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Sanuqri'uka fala tansa. Sanuqri'uka fala tansa. Illa ma sha Allah. Innahu ya'lamul jahra wa ma yakhfa. Wa nuyassiruka lil yusra. There is mention in Quran that Allah says there will be some ayat will be forgotten or abrogated. But don't worry, we will help you out. It's mentioned in the Quran, brother.
Okay.
So hold on.
abrogated.
Now,
Yes.
Mujtaba, listen to me now.
Yes.
Hold on. Mujtaba, listen to me now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see on my screen, I don't know. Do you understand Arabic?
No, I don't understand Arabic. No.
Okay. So you are giving the reference of Sahih Muslim and this hadith 1452. The hadith is reported by the main narrator is Yahya ibn Sa'id al-Ansari. He's a tabi'i. And he says that نزل في القرآن 10 رضعات معلومات ثم نزل أيضا 5 معلومات. So in the Quran there was an ayah which was about 10 رضعات, and then there was an ayah which was about 5 معلومات, meaning 5 رضعات. Then the same hadith is reported by Imam Malik. Okay, and he in his Muwatta he says كان فيما أنزل من القرآن 10 رضعات معلومات يحرمنا ثم نسخنا ب5 معلومات فتوفي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, so there were 10 رضعات معلومات, then they became mansukh with 5 معلومات, and فتوفي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم passed away وهو فيما يقرأ من القرآن, and when they before he's passing away, they were part of the Quran. Now this hadith comes in now the hadith of Ibn Majah comes that has the qissatu ma'iz, the story of sheep. That hadith is reported by, look at this, where is it yes, Al-Wajud Salih.
A little bit zoom in, kindly zoom
yes.
in a little bit.
Okay, this hadith is Yarwihi Muhammad ibn Ishaq.
Exactly.
Okay, and this Muhammad is Muhammad ibn Ishaq. Look here, Muhammad ibn Ishaq بالضعف والرد والشذوذ. فالحديث الشاذ عندهم هو الحديث الذي يخالف فيه الراوي الثقة ما رواه الثقات الأحفظ منه وبالأكثر عددا. So the hadith is not sahih on any standard. Therefore, how can you give reference of a da'if hadith and then you say, well, the same hadith is in Sahih Muslim? No, the same hadith is not in Sahih Muslim. It's totally different.
Okay, can I say something now? The in Sahih Muslim and in Bukhari says that this verse came down, but
Yes, it was abrogated. The Quran is saying, Illa masha'Allah. The Quran is confirming that if Allah Azza wa Jal would want, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam would also forget an ayah, but that is up to the will of Allah.
Okay, I understand. So you say that it was abrogated, but why people act upon it? Because the hadith in Muslim says that it is a duty. I'm afraid that by lack
it's because of hadith, brother. The implementation of the rajam, that hudud, it's just because of the practice of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. According to Muslims, we don't only take rules and regulations from Quran only. So we depend on hadith and sunnah as well. So we take
I want to add one point. I think Mujtaba,
when it was abrogated, why you have to follow it, brother?
Hold on. Mujtaba, go ahead, Aasim.
Mujtaba, basically, I think you have to be clear that how many types of abrogation we have in the Quran. So one type is the ayah is abrogated to recite, but the hukum is there. So the recitation is abrogated, but hukum of the rajam is there. That's why we practice that.
Okay, now can I
play? Do you, Mujtaba, hold on. Now let me ask you this. Do you think that the sunnah is a source of legislation? Do you believe in that?
Yes, sunnah is a source. Yes, exactly. But
is a source of legislation, right?
Yeah, yes, not fabricated one. We have a lot of fabricated.
We're not talking about fabricated one. We're talking about sunnah, which is sabita. Sunnah sabita, established sunnah, is a source of legislation. You agree, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay,
definitely.
All right. How do we know that the sunnah is sabita? There are many different ways. For example, you look at the chain of transmission. Another way of looking at the established sunnah is when you look at the action or the practice of the ummah. For example, the ummah has been practicing from one generation to another. All right, from the time of the companions, in fact, from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have been practicing this. It shows that the sunnah is an established one. It is not fabricated. So rajam is one of those practices that the ummah had been acting upon it from one generation to another from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it cannot be a fabricated one, and therefore it has to be a source of legislation.
Okay, because the hadith says that we might forget it because we don't find the verse. If you have to follow it, then why the verse?
Well, because we don't have to, because if you have already admitted that the sunnah, the established sunnah, can be the source of legislation, so we can drive our legislation from the sunnah, even if it is not in the Quran.
Okay, if it is stoning, okay, if the punishment for adultery is stoning, then chapter 4, verse 25 says, if they commit adultery after marriage, they receive, this is about your right hand possession, they receive half the punishment of a free woman. So how can you punish half a stoning of your slave girl or whatever your right hand possess? Okay, can you please explain for us?
Wait. Which ayah are you referring to? Can you
425
Surah number 4, ayah number 25, huh?
Yes,
he's jumping. Actually, he's jumping from that ayah, the forgotten ayah, the lost ayah from
forgotten ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
Let Mufti search this ayat. I have a question for you. You know Sunan Ibn Majah, that hadith, who narrated that hadith? That's a Sahabiya, Hadrat Aisha radiyallahu anha, right?
Okay, it says that, yes.
Hadrat Aisha radiyallahu anha, right?
Okay.
That Hadrat Aisha radiyallahu anha, when she died in late 50s Hijri, right? Late 50s.
Okay.
And before that, there was according to the hadith or tarikh, twice there was a time when they compiled the Quran. That was the best time for Hadrat Aisha radiyallahu anha, that she went to her father, Hadrat Abu Bakr Siddiq or Hadrat Umar Farooq, and then to Hadrat Usman, and she should have told them that there are two ayats that are eaten by a goat or they are lost. She didn't.
Yes.
In the late 50s. Why she didn't? If she knows that they are from Quran, that's an important question.
Another thing is, look, Mujtaba, the criteria for rajm is that the person has to be muhsan. there is a term, and ihsan is a terminology that is derived from the Quran and Sunnah, and that includes that the person who's being punished must be Muslim, must be a free man or woman, okay, must be adult and sane. You need 4 conditions. So the person has to be adult, the person has to be sane, the person has to be Muslim, the person has to be free. And the punishment that is that you're talking about, that you're referring to in Surah An-Nisa, ayah number 25, that is about slaves. So they're not even muhsan. So obviously they're not going to be punished by the same punishment.
So there are lots of good, benefit in not being Muslim. Okay, because if you are a Muslim, then you can be stoned to death. If you want to leave Islam,
only if you commit a crime. Only if you commit a crime. Are you saying? Are you saying that a person should promote fahisha in the society and should promote adultery, and then that's how he can be saved from the punishment? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
obviously there are so many benefits for non-Muslim in this world. So we know Prophet ﷺ said that this world is heaven for non-Muslims. Who say the only benefits are for Muslims? Obviously.
So your morality depends on worldly benefits. That if something is worldly beneficial in terms of world, then that should be accepted. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that one. I'm saying that
this is what I understand from your point of view, that non-Muslims are in a better position because they can commit zina and they will save themselves from this punishment. Is that what you're saying?
One point, perfect dawa.
Let me please say also.
Like this ruling is regarding rajam, not regarding the. I think
chapter 16 verse 61 says,
perfect dawa. Wait a minute. This ruling is regarding the rajam, like non-Muslim should not be stoned, but I think the flogging should be applied on non-Muslims. So had is there, like perfect dawa, had is there for the non-Muslim also. So how they are at a better place.
Look, if
hold on, I need to conclude our discussion because it cannot go forever. Let me ask this question to yourself.
Yes.
What is your methodology of understanding a hadith? If you are not the rejecter of the sunnah, and you claim that you're not the rejecter of the sunnah, and you claim that the sunnah is the authentic sunnah is the source of sharia, source of legislation, what is your methodology of checking and investigating the hadith?
Yes, if it goes against Quran, then I reject it. If it match with Quran,
how do you know if it goes against the Quran? The Quran is Quran saying that don't do rajam?
Yes, Quran says that this rajam is just by pagans. Okay, let me read for you so many verses.
Is Quran saying don't do rajam? Where does Quran say la tarjumu?
Okay, before that, Mufti Sahab, the most important, the basic question is where do you driving this rule from Quran or Sunnah, so that you will reject those hadiths which are contradicting with the Quran?
Because first of all, Quran says 100 lashes, okay, and Quran
that is for ghair muhsan. 100 lashes for ghair muhsan.
Quran says that these stones.
You see, that's the thing. You guys don't even understand the definition of contradiction. What is the definition of contradiction? Is takhsis an exception or exclusion from a general rule? You call it contradiction?
Okay, look, Quran says that stoning.
No, answer this question. Exclusion from a general rule. Is it contradiction?
No. Prophet Muhammad supposed to explain.
Are you answering my question? Exclusion from a general rule. Is it contradiction?
Exclusion. What do you mean? Sorry, can you please explain?
See, that's the point. You're saying, and you're not even whatever you're talking, but you're not understanding my question. Let me give an example, and then I will conclude. Suppose you're driving your car, and there is a stoplight, red light. What is the law? Would you stop or would you not stop?
I stop. Yes. You
will stop. So that's the law. This law is for everybody. But imagine if you are an ambulance driver and the emergency light is on and you see the red light, would you stop or would you carry on?
The ambulance, yes. Ambulance must continue, yes.
Definitely. Must continue. So this is an exclusion from a general rule. Do you think it is a contradiction?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that.
Game over. Game over. This is not a contradiction. So the Quran gave a rule, and then the exception or exclusion of that rule can come from the Sunnah. This is not called contradiction.
No.
So before you talk about contradiction, you need to understand the definition of contradiction.
Yes, I say that.
Okay.
Chapter 11.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, chapter
Thank you
11,
very
verse
much,
91,
brother.
please.
We're
Yes.
done. We're done.
you.
You need to
Thank-
work on the definition of contradiction first. Come next time and then we'll talk. We cannot drag this
Thank-
conversation forever. There are other
But
people
this
waiting.
stoning is just what pagans are
Thank
doing.
you. Thank you
Pagans
very
are
much.
doing it. So you are following pagans.
Yeah, thank you so much. मुफ्ती साहब मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि तर्जुमा थोड़ा सा मुख्तसर सा रख दूं, समरी निकाल के।
जी
ये भाई जो थे गो के दावा कर रहे थे मुनकर हदीस ने, मगर इनकी हरकतों से तो ये लग रहा था। खैर बार उससे कतई नजर जो गुफ्तगू हुई उसको मैं रख देता हूँ चंद सेकंड्स में, उसका क्रक्स निकाल के। वो आए, उन्होंने कहा कि हदीस ये कहती है कि कुरान में आयतें गायब हैं, वही मशहूर हदीस सुनन इब्न माजा की कि बकरी खा गई। उसके ऊपर मुफ्ती साहब ने वजाहत कर दी कि कैसे वो रवायत ज़ईफ है, उसमें मोहम्मद बिन इसहाक है, उसको छोड़ें। इन्होंने जंप किया सही मुस्लिम की को रवायतें आयतें आई थी, इसमें तो कोई शक नहीं। हमने भी कहा आयतें आई हैं मनसूख तिलावा, जिस तरह आसिम भाई ने कहा कि कोई आयत मनसूख तिलावा होने के बावजूद हुक्म बाकी रहता है, और कुछ ऐसी आयत होती हैं जिनका हुक्म मनसूख हो जाता है और तिलावत बाकी रहती है कुरान के अंदर, तो इस किस्म के मनसूख को हम मानते हैं। इसके बाद उन्होंने खुद माना कि वो सुन्नत को आईनी और तशरीह हैसियत देते हैं कि अहकामात में सुन्नत से फायदा हासिल किया जा सकता है। उस पर मुफ्ती साहब ने कहा तो फिर रजम हमने नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की प्रैक्टिस से लिया है, इस पर आपको क्या एतराज है? उस पर कुरान की एक आयत भी मैंने पेश कर दी थी कि सनुक़रिउ का फला तंसा इल्ला माशा अल्लाह, आप नहीं भूलेंगे कोई आयत भी अल्लाह के हुक्म से, मगर जो अल्लाह की ही विल में होगा, जो वो चाहेगा उसको बुला दिया जाए, नसख कर दिया जाए, नसिया हो जाए, उसके ऊपर तरीकाकार पे अमल होगा। तो उसके बाद वो बहस बराए बहस करने लगे, जिस वजह से हमने उनसे इजाजत ली। तो ये सारी बात थी। उस पर वो हुदूद की तरफ चले गए, जबकि बात असल आयत कुरान की जो गायब हुई है उस हवाले से बात हो रही थी, जो कि बिल्कुल भी नहीं हुई। ये है सारा क्रक्स जो गुफ्तगू हुई। बहुत शुक्रिया।